throughout the week, and then I can bring the other loaf into work. And then I also made vanilla marshmallows, just kind of some fun stuff. I was going to make fudge, but didn't. I don't really have a better explanation than that entirely. So I've already had kind of a busy morning. I figure I'll work on my stripes while I do some editing, but I can't edit until I have this part of the video in. So let me start with my advents. The first one that I'm opening today is a chick that knits. Oh, and I forgot, today is December 8th. Not very good at introductions every day. All right, so day 8 on a chick that knits. This is the dark and dreamy theme, and it is Robin's Nest. So I did lay out the first week yesterday at the end of the video, and I don't know if I'll do like the first 2 weeks when I lay it out next week, or do 1 week. We'll see how much energy I have for taking them all out of their bags. All right, so I'd say the camera's picking it up a little more orangey than it is in real life. That's very, very red. I was expecting for does it say Robin's Nest or Robin's Egg? Robin's Nest. Okay. Because I was thinking Robin's eggs were blue, so I was expecting something a little more blue, but it is a very, very pretty color. This is one that I still don't know exactly what I'm going to do with. Laying out the first week, I didn't entirely figure it out. I don't know. There was a few patterns I was thinking of for this year, and none of them seemed to fit that one. So I'm just going to keep on thinking that one may be one that sits for a little while longer, but it's fine because I have plenty to work on. The next one I have is Maple and Barley. This is my 12-day Zodiac themed one. So day 8 is Scorpio. Okay. Nice red, kind of reddish pink. Very, very pretty. I'm still very much thinking that these will be striped socks, but I'm still not sure if I'm going to use the purple that came with it or not, because I have some really pretty like grays and dark blues that would make a great ribbing heel and toe. I'll make that final decision before I cast on, obviously. But once all the colors are there, I will lay them out and kind of decide what looks best. So the next one I have is a Grand Adventure from So Happy Jane. And this is one I am so happy I laid out yesterday, because I wasn't as excited about this one as I was opening each day. It was like, oh, cool, a brown, another brown. Wow, another brown. I did not realize until I laid them all out, because I've been opening them and then just putting them right back in the boxes. I did not realize that they were turning into like a very earth-toned rainbow. And it was one of those where it was like, oh my gosh, seeing them all together, it is so pretty. And so I'm really glad I laid that one out. I didn't have an idea what I wanted to do with this one yet, and I'm still not 100%. My current thought is some sort of like scarf or shawl. And I feel like I saw a pattern that when I saw the colors laid out, it instantly was like, that would be perfect. But I have no idea what pattern it was. So I'm going to have to look and see if I can find something that is either the one that I saw or something similar. It's got to exist somewhere. I just don't remember where I saw it. So today is box number 7. There are 18 numbered boxes in this one, and then some unnumbered gifts. So I've opened one unnumbered gift up until now, so we are one number behind. So there's the picture inspiration for number 7. That is visiting the Oregon coast means moss-covered rocks and crashing waves. So I'm assuming it's going to be kind of browny, but maybe like a greenish brown. Yep, very, very moss colored. All right, and it says moss. So I am very, very happy that I laid this one out. Putting them all back in their boxes and keeping them in their advent boxes is great for organization for things like this, but it meant that I missed what all the colors were doing by not having them laid next to each other. So I'm really, really glad I laid them out and I looked at them that way so I could start thinking about it. So the next one I have is Wonderful Wool. This one is going to be a crochet Advent baby blanket. The pattern is by Lucienne Crochet. And the theme for this one is the universe. I'm going to have to do a stash dive at some point for a contrast color because I'm thinking like a dark gray or a dark blue, because all of these universe themed ones are very bright and I want that dark universe contrast. So day number 8 is Jupiter. Jupiter is remarkably colorful with light and dark bands of clouds. If you weigh 100 pounds on Earth, you would weigh 264 pounds on Jupiter. I imagine that would be a little disconcerting, but I mean, who would travel all the way to Jupiter and just stand on a scale? So you probably would barely move at that big of a difference. Ooh, okay. So I was expecting the reds. The bright, bright green I was not expecting with that one, but it is very, very pretty. I think that is 100% why I was picking this particular pattern for this set, because it has all of those bright colors. If you want to see the first week of everything, it is all at the end of the video from yesterday. Just going to slightly readjust my boxes again. And then the next one I have is from Fangirl Fibers. This is Haunted Holidays. So here is day 8. And it is a pretty blue. I feel like I have a blue that's a similar shade in this set already. Yeah, day 3 had a slightly darker blue. So definitely seeming to go for like these dark wintry colors in this one, but they're all tonals. This is going to eventually be, I think it's the Yorkshire Crochet Along, but it's a Yorkshire Granny Square blanket. I have the pattern saved in my Ravelry to buy, with another one for my next Advent actually, but I don't think I'm going to be starting anything until after Christmas. And that way it also lets me fully see all of these and make sure I'm happy with my pattern. So I'm not putting them in, pulling them out, and then trying to figure out, well, I've cut this 20 grams of yarn in half. And I mean, 20 grams it's not a small amount, but it's not a huge amount either. So the next one I have is Ruby and Roses. I'm currently planning on turning this into an anthology throw. And day 8 is Nostalgia. It's got the little like perforated boxes, and I am absolutely destroying these windows. Ooh, but it is a very, very pretty color. I am loving all the purples and blues in this set. It is definitely a color palette I can enjoy. It was one that I was really looking forward to, and I don't regret any of these Advent calendars, but that's one I'm very, very excited about. So the last Advent calendar I have to open is my Jenny box. This is from Missouri Star Quilts. Always takes me an extra minute to find the day on these ones, but pretty quick today. So these do not make a project. It's individual things that can be put into other things, or notions, accessories. Like one of them was the measuring cups that just had like quilt motifs on it. So, I don't really know what I'm going to get each day with this one. So here is package number 8 as I start to open it. And it's got something kind of hard on this side, soft on this side. No idea. Okay. So, I've got some little hexagon papers interfacing, a little metal like snap case, and a pattern for a Hexie cell phone clutch. Okay, and it looks like this was made using the charm pack that we got yesterday. Which is good, because it was one of those where it's like, I mean, that's pretty, but I don't know what I'll do with it. So I'll look through this project instructions. I've seen how to do Hexie things before, and most of the time I see people hand sewing them, and I am not a hand sewer. So especially not for something that I might later put in like use in my purse or something, because this would be super, super cute. I feel like it'd be nice for like a cell phone, but also like maybe sunglasses, something like that. Like it's a good size to hold some of those things that you would want to protect. Like looking briefly at the outside, I don't know how closely you'll be able to see. It does look like there's some zigzag stitch over that. So I don't know if this was designed to be hand sewn or not. Even if it's small, if it is supposed to be hand sewn the whole time, I'm not sure that's something I'd want to do. But I do have a daughter who does love hand sewing. So it may be something that she enjoys the idea of doing that. I don't know. So that is all I have for today. I'm going to take this and work on my Advent socks and get started on editing today's video. And then we'll see if there's more after this. I don't know what my entire rest of the day is going to have in store. We have had, technically speaking, we're very lucky because there's other places that are getting massive snowstorms. We've just had like fog and frost on everything for like a week. And when we got up this morning, it looked like it may have snowed just a little bit last night or maybe rained, but it was definitely like my back patio was very icy. So I'm hoping that some of that melts off the roads tonight because I do have to go back to work tomorrow. But with it being cold and icy outside, I'm not really planning on going anywhere unless I have to. That is kind of my general winter decision is if I don't have to go somewhere, I'm not. And I think I'm going to stick with that today. So that's all I have. I'm going to get going on getting those stripes in today. So until tomorrow.